What is up, metal and heavy music fans? It's Flight of Icarus again with MetalTrenches.com, and today we have a review of Arion and their new album Vultures Die Alone via AFM Records.
There's no surrender, no retreat, no turning back, we both will win when you feel like you're done.
And hey, if you like to be kept up to date with the best and brightest metal bands and albums from the underground and above, then stick with me by hitting that subscribe button down below. Finnish melodic metal band Arion originally shot into the public eye as teenagers with the help of Finnish Eurovision qualification program UMK on their debut EP, following this up with the 2014 album Last of Us and then 2018's Life Is Not Beautiful, sporting the Spotify hit At the Break of Dawn featuring Elise Reed of Amaranth fame. My first foray into the band, I would compare the experience most closely to listening to Dragonforce joined with that unmistakable Finnish signature of bands like Ensiferum, Moore's Principium Est, and Children of Bodom, given its focus on endless hooks, shredding solos, and an ever-infectious through line of fun-loving synth. Simply put, this album is a fucking blast. It's that perfect combination of campy cheese and proficient performances that allows a welcome reprieve from my default sense of cynicism. Singles like I Love to Be Your Enemy are utterly anthemic and harken back to carefree times attending festivals without having to worry about bills and those other pesky adult responsibilities. I can just let my hair down and let the riffs wash over me. And by the time those symphonic flourishes kick in, I might as well be on another planet. I still remember the first time I saw the music video for Through the Fire and Flames, and songs like the bouncy I'm Here to Save You give me that same sense of combined awe of the instrumentation and joygasms of the sheer excess of it all. It taps into that same lizard brain response of seeing the 90s action hero vanquish his enemies in a fiery explosion after delivering the perfect cornball one-liner.
You're fired.
Opening track Out of My Life is another great example with its highly catchy chorus. It is impossible to not sing along with this one with its perfect union of infectious vocal cadence, soaring harmonies, and subtle touch of strings. Then there's more bombastic fare like Break My Chains, which ramps up the symphonic and choral elements to the max while also delivering more than a touch of those folky melodeath and Ensiferum vibes. Kind of Iron meets Thalassic. This is also the case for the massive instrumental Where the Ocean Meets the Sky. As should be obvious from that description, expect more killer riffs and horns in the air scream-alongs, just maybe worthy of a few Viking helmets and battle axes to go with them. Throwing in one more of these, we should at least touch on Bloodlines, which features Noora Luhimu of Battle Beast. The interplay between their vocals on this track is pure bliss, sometimes taking turns to showcase the dynamic differences in their approach, others dropping sick harmonies side by side. Once more, stellar songwriting all over this one across the board, but really that fact has never been in question on any of these songs. On the softer side, we get tracks like In the Name of Love, which features Finnish pop star Cyan Kicks. These slower, more expansive tracks further break up the runtime and make for a more diverse palette to enjoy. Still not skimping on the solos, of course. So once again this year, I find myself drawn deeper and deeper into the sea of power and symphonic metal by the siren songs of bands like Arion. Vultures Die Alone is like the perfect gateway drug for people like myself who came up on melodic death metal and haven't yet made the jump. Honestly, my only critique is that it could probably be about 2 songs shorter, and the cover art kinda sucks. If you ask me, it's pretty ugly and doesn't at all provide a clear idea of the music held within. At first glance, I actually thought it was going to be some sort of super edgy metalcore album. In any case, I give Vultures Die Alone a 10 for enjoyability, not a dull moment on this thing. I give it a 9 for musicianship, incredible performances all over the album from the guitars and vocals to the captivating synth work. And I give it a 7 for innovation. No real surprises here, but it's just what I needed at the time. So an 8.7 overall and a B+ for Arion and Vultures Die Alone. get it again via AFM Records. Y'all, thanks as always for watching, and let me know down in the description, what did you think of this album? What is your favorite album in this style so far this year? And stick around, I got plenty more videos coming right after this one. Tier list, more album reviews, interviews with bands on the podcast, you name it, we've got it, so plenty of reasons to subscribe if you have not already. If you enjoyed this video, you'd probably also enjoy checking out my review of Metalite and Epica, maybe also Moonspell and Evergrey as well. And again, I just want to thank all of you who keep coming back. I just want to be super clear that the whole purpose of this channel, despite it just being fun for me, is to expose people to music that is kind of outside of their comfort zone. And that is something that I have been working on even with myself this year, trying out bands like Arion that I might have normally passed on in favor of something a little bit darker and heavier. But I'm having a great time with it, and I hope you all continue to, even when you see those thumbnails pop up in your feed, and you're kind of like, oh, I don't know this band, or that doesn't seem that interesting, click it. Just give it a chance. And if you hate it, let me know that down in the comments as well. I'm always interested in hearing what the fans have to say and having that interaction. Speaking of which, you should join the Discord too, where we keep that chat going. And also consider supporting me on Patreon if you continue to come back here and feel like you're getting added value. Even just $1 a month adds up, and it really makes a difference. And I appreciate it to all of my current patrons. But that'll do it for now. Flight of Icarus signing off. I will see you in the trenches.